The Winton Kelly Trio with a cut entitled Old Folks. The Winton Kelly Trio consists of ex-Miles Davis sidemen, Winton Kelly on piano, the great Paul Chambers on bass, and Jimmy Cobb on drums. 1 minute after the hour of 11 o'clock, we're going to switch gears right now, and we're going to conduct an interview with one of the best singers in town, Mr. Chuck Flowers. How you doing, Chuck?
Am I on now? Hey.
Okay, well, how you doing, Chuck?
I'm good, man. How are you? How's everything
I
going?
can't complain. Every day above the grass is a good day. You can't complain about that.
Come on now. True.
But tell us about this upcoming event that you're going to be performing at. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. I'm at the Blue Strawberry on the 12th of February, 7:30 show. The show is called Love Notes. You know, a plethora of music dealing with, you know, like passing love notes when you were young. Remember love notes? Yeah, right past a little love note. So it's just songs of love, but rare stuff too. So I got some guests with me. Kim Fuller Barnes is going to be there. So, you know.
Okay, so this is like a Valentine's Day show, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Valentine-themed because of the whole weekend. So, yeah. So, about that starting Friday. People will conclude that, I'm sure, by Sunday the 14th, excuse me. So, yeah, I think it's a nice little thing to do.
Okay, so when will you be performing there?
Oh, I'm there on the 12th. It's my show.
Okay, it's your show?
I'm there on the 12th at the Blue Strawberry.
Okay.
And the show is called Love Notes.
Okay, so what songs are you going to be performing? Just mainly love songs or what?
Yeah, love songs. I'm dealing with some rare stuff. I'm going to do something from Claudine soundtrack, Makings of You. Girls a Happy Home, stuff like that. DJ Rogers stuff, you know, Say You Love Me, those kind of songs, and some jazzy stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah, up tempo and some nice arrangements of some things.
Okay, so when you go into the show, do you have to wear a mask, or the patrons have to wear a mask at all times?
Oh yeah, well they wear them as you come in, of course. If you leave your table, all that, but everybody's pretty much contained. And tables are social distance, and the capacity is changed down from 100 down to about 50 people. Yeah.
So I was thinking, I mean, you're going to be eating. I mean, you're not going to keep your mask on when you're eating or drinking,
you got to remove
are you?
it to eat, of course, and eat to drink, but then, you know, they stress that it stays on otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a singer, who are your influences? And just tell me what you like about those singers.
I always liked Donny Hathaway, number one, and Aretha Franklin. They both were just they were just one-of-a-kind singers, and just kind of just struck a chord with me very early on. Just, you know, I'm raised in the soul era, so a lot of music that was influential. You know, I'm influenced by a whole lot of that.
Okay.
Heavy R&B and soul.
Okay. So basically, you do like jazz, right?
Oh, love it.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Right. And what jazz singers are your favorites?
Sarah Vaughan immediately. Sarah Vaughan, Gloria Lynne, Ella, of course. There are more different people. So
what about Billie Holiday?
Love Billie, especially the early years of her when she was in really good voice. Before everything took its toll on her. You know, like some of the latter 50s was people loved, but I loved the earlier years with Teddy Wilson and when she was running, you know, that, who else was that she was with? Teddy Wilson, some more other people, Benny Goodman. So those eras up in years, excuse me, up until like 45.
And she was with Count Basie also, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He did Now Baby or Never.
Okay. So I keep asking you this. Now, when are you going to record a CD?
See, yes, I'm overdue. I'm way overdue. And it's coming eventually. It's just a process I'm still trying to get through. Oh, just a process I'm trying to get through, excuse me. And choosing material to do and how much of it I want to do. Like maybe a 6-song EP, 4 to 6 songs. Trying to do that right now. Yeah.
Are you only recording over live with live band, or are you recording over pre-made tracks, should I say?
A mixture of the two. I'm going to do some. I like live too.
Okay.
So at least, 3 of those live. Yeah. And maybe some other things a little more.
So how many shows do you do a day? Do a year, rather?
Periodic. I am at the Blue Strawberry. This is my second time back. So I think there's a third date scheduled after this one, Love Notes Part 2. That's a whole nother ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already being set, upcoming date for that. I'm at BB's, though, every other month with my group called Acoustic Soul. And that's with Leland Crenshaw on acoustic guitar, Vince Clark on upright bass, and David A. Jackson on percussion. Sometimes we use Richard Mendoza comes in sometimes too. But it's an acoustic soul trio, and we do a lot of different things. We go into jazz and pop and R&B and B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
We do Stephen Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
We do Sarah Vaughan. We do Aretha Franklin. We do Roberta Flack.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, you switch it off.
we do Bill Withers. We do
Very eclectic.
it's stuff that's got soul, man. It's got something to say. So you can always go to Bill Withers in that type of setting, or always a James Taylor songs. I like James Taylor too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like Anthony David. So you see the guitar thing and how all that kind of, because James Taylor could tell a great story in the song, and so can Anthony David. Two different people, but still acoustic guitar driven. Go ahead.
So do you like songs that tell a story?
Always.
Okay.
I mean, I like a little fluff in there, depending, pop tunes or but I always like something that's got to say something. It's got to say something. Don't just say repetitive things. Say something.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to have a
Put your mind into
message
that.
behind it.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. It helps.
Yeah.
Message always helps. I love message music.
So what do you do to keep your voice in shape?
Yeah. Drink coffee every day. And they say don't. But it's good for me.
So you're not
If I'm going to sing, though, I'll do some tea. Go ahead.
I was just about to ask you, were you a tea drinker also?
You got to find the right tea. All these teas they want to give you. No, that didn't work for me. Like a lot of ginger things in tea, and they say it's good, but it didn't do good for me. So I found another way of doing it with ginger and lemon and other stuff. So then that works. And decaffeinated tea is what works good
And
before you sing, at least.
Is it true what they say about honey with your voice?
It does good by me. I mean, not just honey by itself, though. We got to do something. The lemon and those two things kind of work together.
Lemon and honey, y'all.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So when did you start singing? Were you taught to sing, or did it just come innately? Was it natural?
It came out slowly because I was a shy kid. I liked to laugh and joke and all that stuff, but I was real shy when it came to singing. So my mother started noticing it as I, singing. I was in my room with the door closed, and she could hear it. She's passing by, so she heard something early, and I didn't hear it either too good. I was just singing. So I didn't really come into it like solo stuff too much later, because I was in a band too, and then that brought some things out, being in a band your first time.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of came, and I was always in choirs in school, so you get that kind of training every day. That was a lot of the training that we got daily as a class.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps as you're climbing or getting better or whatever.
Do you mainly sing, or have you ever played an instrument?
I've always sung. I really haven't played an instrument. I should have learned to play piano.
I was going to ask you that.
With a piano in my house that my grandmother had. Now go figure. Don't start. I cannot tell you why. But I think you have to be inspired to do it. So.
Mm-hmm. So is singing in clubs, is that your primary source of income?
No, I have a day gig. I have to continue to work. I've worked in like law enforcement areas. So I work a day gig.
So you're a security guard?
No, I work on the business side of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't do security. I'm not going to carry a gun. I'm not going to be in that type of part of that.
Mm-hmm. No. How many shows you do a year?
It varies. I mean, I do shows as I book. And it just kind of depends on what my ideas are and when I want to present it. But if I'm with Acoustic Soul Trio, we're doing some of the same type of things, and that's every other month in the same place at BB. So that's a little different. That's just an ongoing music coming together or something like that. Yeah.
So have you ever performed overseas? Have you performed outside of St. Louis?
I did. It's been quite a while ago, and the guy who took me there was a guy named Charles Kreth, who played piano. He passed away recently, and I went to Europe because of him, with the Golden Gospel Singers, and went to Switzerland, Germany, and Italy, and Austria, and all that. That was nice work, nice experience as well.
Mm-hmm. So, what was it like singing overseas? What are the crowds like overseas compared to the crowds in the United States?
The crowds over there are just I was on the gospel side of that when I was on tour with the Golden Gospel Singers over there. So those audiences were still like really large, and they really wanted to hear music, and they liked some of the simplest. It was gospel, but kind of European beat to it, and they take to that type of beat, the dance, that continuous thing like that.
Yeah.
So they came out like crazy for music. I mean, and then there were other places we went to, saw bands, and they were just playing soul and just regular music, and they were loving it.
Mm-hmm. So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, did you ever open for Earth, Wind and Fire?
I didn't open for them. No, I was it was background vocals. There was a vocal contract in St. Louis, and they needed vocals for a tour when they came to St. Louis. It was called Touch the World. Mm-hmm. And they got us as singers to go along with these songs they were singing, which was a little section of the show. Mm-hmm. So that was it, just background as a session singer for that.
Because I know that you are a big fan of theirs.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it about Earth, Wind and Fire that you liked? What is it about them that made them such a great band?
The songwriting.
In your opinion?
The songwriting, the horns, the bass lines, the seamless project. The whole album just went together. It didn't stop. One song starts, it's right to the next one, to the next, to the next, and it's setting a whole thing. So I was like, wow, this is like concept piece, which is what Stevie was doing and Marvin was doing. Remember, concept pieces. Mm-hmm. Everything came together. Everything was going. It was a subject. The album had a subject. Right. So that's what I liked about them. And I loved Maurice White's voice because I didn't sing really first tenor like my other friends did. I always was tenor baritone. So Maurice White got me right away because he wasn't. It was his tone and it was his subtleties. He didn't do a lot of running. He did moves, but he wasn't a runner like people who do a lot of licks and riffs. He wasn't that guy. So that's what got me about him. It was just pure, just straight singing,
So what club is your home base?
Right now, BB's is, because I'm there a little more frequently than at the other place. So yeah, I would say BB's on a Sunday afternoon, 4 to 6 o'clock or so. Mm-hmm. That little crowd of that section of time.
Okay. So what are your future plans?
To record, man, and I want to just get something out, something that I'm proud of, something that I put my heart into.
Okay. So tell the listeners about the upcoming show again. And how can they get tickets? How much are the tickets?
Tickets are $20, $15 for streaming. They're streaming available. That's on the flyer, which is on Facebook. On my page, Chuck Flowers, and Chuck Flowers Singer on both pages is that information. You get the tickets through Blue Strawberry STL, and you get that through Jim Dolan, who works there. Shout out to Jim Dolan. Yeah, you can buy them online.
Okay. Well, there you have it. That's the great Chuck Flowers. I would like to say music by the great Chuck Flowers, but he doesn't have an accompanist with him. But hey, thank you for coming by. And Go to that show. I've seen Chuck perform before, and he does a great job.
Thank you for that. I want to shout out to a friend, Derek Varner, if I can, Ife Jacobs, and Jennifer Jefferson, some people who help out a lot in what I do. Thank you to the band Demarius Hicks and Antonio Foster and Vince Clark on bass. So that's what I have with me. Kim Fuller Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, there you have it. Mr. Chuck Flowers, very great singer, and I hope to have a CD of his right in my hand someday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you again, Chuck, for coming by.
Thank you.
What we're going to do right now, we're going to get back into the music. Here's music by Irene Reed. This is her version of Major Harris's Love Won't Let Me Wait. Irene Reed on Jazz in the AM on K-Jazz on mycitymymusic.com.